Well, hello there, friends. Fantastic video today. I'm going to show you how to make the most tender, the most delicious skirt steak with the chimichurri sauce. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to do it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell. Stay tuned. We're making it right now together. Well, hello there, friends. Let me show you how easy it is to do this. And if we're going to marinate a piece of meat, skirt steak, friends, is the piece to do. Look how big that is. And this is actually, a lot of people cut it the wrong way. So they find it not to be very tender. But this is actually very tender. The secret is to cut it against the grain, and I'll show you how to do that. But right now, what we're going to do, we're going to marinate it. First of all, if we're going to buy a skirt steak, you want to buy one from the outside. The skirt steak comes from in the front of the animal, in the belly, it's in the plate, just behind the where the brisket is, which is in the front of it. In the back, there's a plate of the belly, and it's in front of the belly, and it's the outside you want to get. And it looks like a lot of fat in there. We love that fat. That fat is going to give us a lot of flavors. It's going to help us penetrate it. And sometimes they're quite thick. This is a really nice thick piece. And we're going to cut it in pieces. So then when we slice it, we're going to slice it with the grain. It's really simple. Not difficult at all. I'm going to show you how to do it. But this, if you're going to marinate a piece of meat, this is the piece of meat you want to marinate. So we're going to cut it in about the size then we can handle to cut it sideways. So this is going to be perfect right there, about that size. So we got right there, we got a lot. And this one I have no choice. I'm going to make two little pieces. But you'll see when I cut it, you're going to really like it the way I'm going to do it, friends. All right, so we got some garlic. That's going to give us some flavor, little flavor. In the marinating, the purpose of it is to introduce a little bit of flavor. Marinating any meat, it really goes maybe 1 or 2 millimeters into the meat, which is a beautiful thing for skirt steak because it's so thin. So if you're going to marinate something, this is a piece of meat you want to marinate. A little bit of thyme and just crunch it like this. A little bit of rosemary. We love it. We love a little bit of the oil right there, the essence of the rosemary. And then what else do we need in the marinade? A good marinade needs a little bit of acid. The acid is going to help us break the connecting tissue, make the meat a little more tender. So I'm using a beautiful sherry vinegar. Use a good vinegar, whatever vinegar you have, then you want to use. We definitely want to use a good oil. I'm using a Tuscan olive oil or a garlic olive oil. The olive oil is going to help us make it sticky, really important. And salt. We need salt in there, like when we do the brine. That helps us introduce moisture, really important. So a little salt in here, that helps us make those flavors goes in. Soy sauce, I like to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. It's, again, some salty products, nice flavor. Umami flavors, also wonderful to have, okay? And we're gonna put some fresh black pepper. And we're gonna put a little bit more salt. Just a little bit more salt. And then we're going to put just a little bit more oil. I'm using a Tuscan herb olive oil. The garlic olive oil is wonderful. We're going to mix all this together. And then we're going to marinate this. And probably the dish I have is just slightly a little too big, but it's okay. We're going to marinate it for about, remember, acid will break down connecting tissue sometimes too much. So we have to be careful not to marinate it too long, okay? This will be very happy to be marinated for 3-4 hours. No more than that. 3-4 hours. It's thin. The vinegar will get through it, and it's going to be nice and acid. It's going to be beautiful. All right, we're going to let that marinate. Every so often, just flip it over. It's great to do on a grill, or great to do on in a pan syrup and do it in the oven if you don't have a grill. But this is perfect for the grill, okay? We'll let it go like this for 3-4 hours, and I'll see you on the other side when it's nicely marinated. Okay, friends, meat has been marinated. The grill pan is hot. We don't have a grill in the studio, so I put a nice grill pan. I got this stub. That's a beautiful grill pan. And So we're gonna grill them, and while the meat is grilling, we're gonna make a little chimichurri sauce. And it's very simple, olive oil and herbs and garlic, and it's kind of like a pesto without the nuts and without the cheese. So we're gonna make a chimichurri sauce. So what we're gonna do is see the grill marks right there, the pan. We're gonna use, let me make sure my heat is good. We're gonna put the muscle fiber in the same direction as the grill pan. So it's going this way, it's going this way, okay? And same directions as the muscle fibers are going. And you'll see why in a minute when we cut it. I got an extra piece over there that I had. It's gonna make a lot of smoke. That camera over there is not gonna like it. So what we're gonna do also, friends, we're gonna leave that alone for a minute, and we're gonna make the chimichurri sauce. Very simple, eh? Chimichurri sauce. Let me get a spoon right there. And it's just a little bit of chopped garlic. I made it in advance because I like to sit it. I like to make it to where it sits a little bit for like a couple of hours. If you have the time, do it. But I just want to make a little bit of it for you guys right there. A little bit of parsley. A little bit of cilantro. I know a lot of people don't like cilantro. It's because sometimes cilantro is overdone. But if it's not overdone, it's delicious. A little bit of fresh oregano. Can't find oregano? Don't worry about it. Don't put it in there. Okay? I like to put oregano in there. And I got this beautiful roasted garlic olive oil. Or you could use a Tuscan herb olive oil, which is wonderful, which is what we use in the marinade. Use garlic olive oil, use Tuscan herb, whatever olive oil makes you happy. It's really, really that simple, folks. You see, look. You can't get any more simple than this, right? And then I got this Scotch bonnet pepper. This thing is so hot. You got to be careful, friends. And if you're going to use it, you don't have to use it. I just kind of like to use it a little bit. I use it, I remove all the seeds because the seeds is really, really hot, friends. We don't want those seeds right there. You know, if you're sensitive, if your skin is sensitive, use some rubber gloves in there. They're really hot. But if you put very little of it, you're going to be just fine. As long as you use very, very little. And what I like to do, I like to cut them in very fine julienne. See? Very, very fine julienne. See, look how fine that is. Fine, 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 fine julienne, right? And then we take that fine julienne and we cut it in very, very small dice. You see? A child could do this. We don't let them do it. It's too hot. And you put this in there. Let me tell you. This is not just going to give you some heat, friends. This is going to give you an amazing flavor. Scotch bonnet pepper are wonderful. So here you go. One Scotch bonnet pepper goes a long way, friends. So don't use too much of it, okay? Let me see how we're doing on my heat over here. Yeah, we're doing good. Let me check with my... We're doing good or we're not going to do it? Yeah, we're doing good. We need to cook a little bit more. This is very thin. They're going to cook in no time at all. So you see, look, very simple, eh? All right, you got this. I already made this one in advance. That's the one I'm going to use. Today, see, I like to just marinate it like that. You leave it in the fridge for a day or so, 3 days. You can leave it. Don't worry about it. It's going to last, okay? I reduced the heat a little too much earlier. Let's see how we're doing over here, friends. We're doing good, except it's not really giving me the beautiful mark that I want. So we're not doing so good. I reduced the heat too much. Not supposed to do this. So leave it alone. You know what I'm going to do, friends? I'm going to make some quick little potatoes. Look at those potatoes. When last time you seen potatoes that small? They're pretty cool, right? They call those baby potatoes. You know what we're going to do? We're going to use the chimichurris that we have right there. We're going to put it in the pan. And we're just going to saute them. That's all we're going to do. Well, I poached them first in advance. They are already cooked. You see, they're already cooked. So what I got to do, I got a butter one in there. And I'm just going to saute them really quick. So if you can't find a little one like that, you can find those nouvelle potatoes. Right? That's usually the color they are, red or white. Cut them in half. Boil them in water first, okay? Let's see how we're doing now. Hope we're getting enough color. We're not really getting the color that I wanted. It's because, again, I reduced it. I was afraid that's what I was looking for right here. That's what I was looking for right here, friends. Not enough color. I didn't get enough heat. I was afraid to put too much smoke for the camera. But it's okay. We're going to let them rest for a minute. Let's do those potatoes really quick. So all I do is saute the potato, poach the potato in water until they're cooked. They got to be cooked, okay? They got to be cooked completely because you're not going to cook them in there. You're just going to reheat this. This is oil and herb and garlic, and we know we don't want to burn this. We'll put it right in there like this. The only thing we're going to do at this point, friends, is put a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt and pepper. And let me tell you, those are going to be amazing little potatoes. That's simple as that. Your cooking don't have to be complicated all the time. All we want to do is warm them up a little bit. Warm them up a little bit. That's all we're interested in doing. All right, let's see. I hope I get some colors in here, friends. I'm looking for some Maillard reaction here. And we're going to right here. You know what? I'm not going to cook those much longer, my friends. Because if I do, they're going to be overcooked. It is very thin, you see. Just a second or two. And I think we're done. We're going to let it rest, the meat rest a little bit, and then we're going to cut. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the trick, folks. Now, if you notice, the muscle fiber, they're running parallel to each other. Running parallel to each other. The idea is to reduce the size of the muscle fiber to make it tender. So you never cut with a grain. You see a lot of people cut with a grain. Whenever you see that, change channel, okay? I think we're done, friends. I'm just going to leave them in there for a second to let them rest. And like I said, the secret is to let it rest for a second to begin with. And then number two, here we go. That's what I'm looking for right here. See, I got some nice color here, friends. Finally, mamma mia. Finally. We'll let it rest for a second. And then we're going to slice them. And I'm going to show you the right way to do it. Okay, it's very important. And this is perfect for the grill. But if you don't have a grill, like I said, take a fry pan and do it now. If you happen to be very thick on it, you maybe want to be careful not to get them too brown on the outside because it's going to take a while to cook the inside. Sometimes they're thick. When you buy also your steak, you want to make sure you buy it from the outside. Skirt steak, you got to buy from the outside, not the inside of the belly, okay? You got to say on there, inside or outside. If it doesn't say on the board, it's probably not from the outside, it's probably from the inside, which means it's not going to be as tender. You know, you can buy choice, you can buy prime. If you can afford it, buy prime. But if you can't, then buy choice. It'll be fine also. All right? Let's see how we're doing with the potato. Okay, we're good. The potatoes are good. I don't want to burn them. See? They're nice and hot. What's going to make them even better is a little black pepper in there. All right, see how simple that was? Now we're going to cut them, friends. This is where we know how it goes. Okay, so let's take it. Now you're going to understand why I cut them in little pieces like that. Okay? What we're going to do now, we're going to take them and we're going to cut them a little bit of an angle. I don't want to give it too much of an angle. If I give it too much of an angle, as much as they're going to be the same thickness, the muscle fiber is going to be too big. So we take it and we flip it like this, friends. You see, look. Remember, when you do with a knife, you do long stroke and you flip. And look how beautiful that is, friends. Look how beautiful that is. Let me tell you, my friends, this, cut it thin. Okay, not too much of an angle. I wanted just to show you. Just look at this. You see? This, my friends, melt in your mouth. In a frittata, and melt in your mouth. This is amazing. All we're going to do is we're going to put the potatoes in there. And then, oh, here you go. Bon appetito, huh? Just like this, my friends. Now, you can also take that chimichurri sauce that we made and put a little bit on it. You can put, you can do a nice, I didn't do a nice presentation here. Normally, I'm so much better at it than this. You know, I wasn't paying attention. I was more interested in eating than I was interested in making a nice presentation here. What's wrong with me? Sometimes I wonder about, look at this, you go this, you put it right in there. You eat this, you eat it right in there, my friend. You eat this thing right on there. Hey, stay here, you. Stay right there. And you take that chimichurri sauce with this, right there, my friends. And you put it right in there. Yeah, this, the flavor we're gonna get out of this, my friend, is just amazing. And that's how you serve it. Really simple, dig it in. I'm telling you, and melts in your mouth. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up if you like the video. But subscribe to the channel, please, and ring that bell. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon with another fantastic video. That's amazing.